Good day and namaskar. Today on Ojus Crypto, we will be taking a look at Scrub Money, the community revival project of Scrub Finance. But before we dive in, no, this is not financial advice. So sit back and learn about some of the exciting projects on the Kronos network. But keep in mind, aping into anything carries a large risk. Invest responsibly and do your own research. Scrub is back. Today, Scrub Money is one of the most successful projects on DeFi. Since finding new owners only a few months ago, it has shown the ability to bring itself back to peg organically. Well, in a bear market, it's given its investors a way to buy physical goods directly. And that's not all. But before we get into all the great things Scrub is doing, we need to address the elephant in the room. Scrub was initially under Digits and had a shaky relationship with Mad Meerkat Finance after a debacle that drained tons of liquidity and left many investors tens of thousands of dollars in the hole. Nothing was left but scorched earth. It was a disaster. MMF did nothing less than tell everyone to dump Scrub immediately. Everyone's reputation was hurt. Eventually, Digits left the project and it was taken over by the community. Scrub found a new team and cut all ties with MMF and changing the peg to USDC and Bitcoin. This allowed Scrub to shed all toxic baggage, start new, and offer much more stability in a declining and volatile market. If this change wasn't enough, they also introduced new auto compounder vaults, which would manage your investment for you, recompounding multiple times a day, while strengthening the protocol. More on that later. The team released a roadmap and have already begun creating real-world value from their token, stabilizing it further by reducing sell pressure and rewarding investors. Since the new team has restructured Scrub Finance, it has printed more than any other algorithmically pegged token I've heard of during this crypto winter. Well, for those of you not familiar with the tomb fork, each tomb has a coin which is pegged to another coin. The main coin behind Scrub is the Lion token, algorithmically pegged to 1/40th of the US dollar. As people buy into that token, it goes up in value. So long as the time-weighted average price is at least 1% higher than the pegged value, more tokens are printed by the share token. In this case, it's the Tiger. Ideally, in any project, the longer that Lion remains above peg, the more everyone invested into the boardroom with their Tiger credits have cash flow printed out to them daily. Every epoch that Lion is above the time-weighted average price of 1.01, everyone in the boardroom will get printed out a percentage of the new Lion. Any healthy system will spend a good time varying slightly above and below the peg marker. The more it's above, the more buy pressure on the token, and the more everyone in the boardroom gets a return on their investment. Typically, in a day, most investors can expect a 1 to 3% return on their investment per day if the boardroom is printing. If you have about $1,000 in Tiger, you're printing about $30 per day of Lion. You would take that Lion, pair it with USDC, and that in turn would print more Tiger, usually at a rate between 1 to 2% per day. So as you can see, continuing this cycle, you can ramp up your returns pretty damn quick. It's also super important to pay yourself. You might take about half of your printed Tiger, sell half, reinvest the rest. Usually that's the healthiest for the protocol and doesn't create a lot of sell pressure on Lion and allows you to print more and keep the cycle flowing. Of course, this is the most basic version. A while ago, Scrub went to a multi-printing boardroom. On top of printing Lion, it also has another token, Bear, which is pegged to a percentage of Bitcoin. Every epoch that Lion is above, you'll get Lion. Every epoch that Bear is above, you'll get Bear. And if both are above, you're printing a significant amount every 8 hours. You're rocking it. In the last couple of months, Scrub also successfully set up their auto compounder vaults. So if the last thing seems pretty complicated to you, you'll love this one. All you need to do is form an LP, buy some Lion, buy some USDC, deposit it into the farm, and that will continually auto compound multiple times a day. That's it. Drop that money in, and generally you can expect 1 to 2% per day. You're increasing your bag of Lion and USDC. You have 3 choices. In this one, I put it up for Lion and USDC, but your other options are Bear and Bitcoin or Tiger and USDC. That's right. Not only are you printing Lion, Tiger, or Bear, but you have the opportunity to print Bitcoin or USDC. Amazing. If at any point you want to cash out of this process, which, let's be honest, the whole point is to pay yourself, you can withdraw some of your LP at any time, break the LP, sell off the USDC or the Bitcoin, and then reform the LP with whatever Lion, Tiger, or Bear you have left over. And you can't talk about Scrub without talking about the community. You jump in Discord, it's completely different. These guys have gone through so much FUD, so many crashes, and the people that are left have endured, and they've built a strong community like you've never seen in a DeFi project. These guys are here for a long time, not a good time. But with the way things are going, you can see them all getting paid out. Scrub is also audited. You can check the report. They have that posted in their docs. So Scrub has been updated since the last time too. Their webpage is all updated. They have all their pegging information right on the front. So Lion is pegged to 0.025 USDC. Bear is pegged to 0.0033 Bitcoin. Wrap Bitcoin shares the same value of Bitcoin. It's worth a Bitcoin, but it can be used for applications like this. Next, we'll go ahead and take a look at the farms. So these are all the farms that will return you Tiger. So for example, if we look at the Lion USDC LP, you'll see that you're getting a 1% daily return on whatever you invest. And right now, the total value locked is at about 270,000. It's not too bad, and half of that is USDC, so fairly safe LP. Right now, the Tiger LPs are returning 1.91% APR, which is fantastic, and you're looking at a TVL of 97. Just remember that when you stake this, USDC and Tiger aren't correlated, so you can expect them to move differently and in permanent loss. And finally, we have our Bear and Wrapped Bitcoin at about 1% per day, and we got 94,000 locked. And if you scroll down, you'll see all these Tiger auto compounders. These Tiger auto compounders were a huge deal for me. You put in Lion USDC, you can just set it and forget it. Deposit, leave it for a few days, come back, you're looking at 1% compounded interest per day. They also support the price of the protocol. You're getting 5% buyback on any of the auto compounders, keeping the protocol healthy. So you can put your money in the vault, you can leave it, and you know that it's also helping the protocol survive. Minimum mental effort. Just to throw some numbers out there, say you have about 1,000 USDC, pair that with $1,000 worth of Lion, leave it in there 7 days. You're talking $140 increase by the end of the week. And of course, that'll keep compounding every day, and your gains will be more and more. Or say you want to invest in Bitcoin, throw it into the Bear Bitcoin LP. Every day you're gaining 1%, same thing. In a week, you've already got an extra $144 on that investment. Bitcoin goes up, that's going to jump. You're making big bucks there. Now, if you're looking for the boardroom, you'll go ahead and click on Scrub. As you can see right now as I'm recording, Lion's above peg, Bear's above peg. We're printing both. So Lion's going to give you a return of 2% per day, and Bear's going to give you almost 2% per day. So you're talking about 4% returns for anything in the boardroom. Phenomenal. And you don't have to worry about breaking an LP or impermanent loss. Last but not least, one of the newest changes to Scrub is gift cards. It's super rare that a project will actually give you away and encourage you to spend some of your gains. And the team at Scrub is constantly trying to make deals and find better ways for their investors to spend their Lion. As you can see, you got Airbnb, you got sunglasses, you got Amazon gift cards, you got underwear, and they're always working on more deals. And those are just to start. And they've been adding new ones every week since they started. When the devs took over, they gave us this roadmap. New contracts are done. The taxes are done. The new vaults are up and running. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the team executes GameFi, the mini game, PvP game, NFT utility. With all the utility they already have, they have so much potential. Scrub has been through a hell of a lot in the last few months. They've been dumped on. They've been targeted by so much FUD. They've completely replaced their team. If you don't have an eye on Scrub, check them out. They're the only project I've seen that have actually been picked up by the community for the community. Big things are coming, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on them. So thanks for joining me. Be sure to check this project out. And once again, this is not financial advice. If you decide to invest, do your research. Until next time, let's get that crow and let it flow.